Hey, what's up, y'all? I had a trip with Adolph today. I appreciate you, man, for booking a kayak trip with me. Adolph is new to artificial, and he was asking me a lot of questions, and I'm filling in, the answers for him. That's mostly what my guide service is about. I'm an artificial guide. I do bring some frozen shrimp every once in a while if I feel like I'm going to be targeting drum, but that's what I'm there for, is to show people how to use the lures and stuff like that. Of course, it takes practice, and we were getting a bunch of hits, a bunch of bumps on the spoon. We use the gold spoon, the Bagley hammered. Hammered means that it kind of has little indentions in it. I've been throwing this for a while. It's a 1/2 ounce, and I put a 30-pound mono or fluoro leader and then a barrel swivel on the other end, size 5, and that's my spoon setup. So a lot of fish were waking in behind it and bumping it. If I would have had a 1/4 ounce, a smaller one, with me, it's possible that they would have hit a smaller one a little bit better. So we did catch some redfish, but a lot of strikes and a lot of just bumping it, and they're just messing with it when they're doing that. They're not really eating it. So we want to try to figure out, well, what will they hit? I started him off with a soft plastic. I taught him how to use that, and then I caught a couple on the spoon. So I said, put this spoon on, and that's what he caught his fish on too. So I have recently partnered up with Real Cause Fishing. They are a fishing apparel. They make t-shirts and hats, fishing hats and t-shirts, and this is the most comfortable and coolest shirt I've ever been in. I am definitely guilty of wearing short sleeve shirts out on the water, and I know that it's bad for my skin. But a lot of the other shirts that I wear are just a little bit too hot for me, and these are actually cool and they're comfortable. So I'm really liking these shirts the last few days. I'm going to be wearing them for here on out. Real Cause Fishing takes post and current cancer patients on all expenses paid for guided fishing trips, and 10% of the profits go to the RCF Foundation. The owner of this company that just started this company, his parents have cancer, and I'll also be donating a couple of trips each year for Real Cause Fishing. If you use the promo code CFF, you'll get 20% off. Check them out, man. Thanks for watching. Let's go get those lines tight. See that bait that just flickered right in front of you? There was a wake behind it. The water was just moving different. If you see something that looks like it's moving bigger than what that bait's doing, then you can reel in and cast towards it, And when you feel that thump, you want to reel as fast as you can, and then when you feel the tension on the rod tip, then you set the hook. They usually hit it so you pop it off the bottom and you put slack. When you put slack and it's sinking, that's usually when they hit it. But with braid, you can usually feel it. Even though they're slacking the line, you can usually feel a thump. I've had a few of them bump it, but not eat it.
Yeah, and I felt like I felt bump.
Have you? Yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out if they want something particular. I'll try a spoon next. Sometimes they're not trying to eat it when they bump it. Sometimes they're just messing with it, It happens a few times with what I'm using, then I'll keep switching to try to see if there's something they want different today, If I can get one of them to eat something, I'll set you up with the same lure. They're right in here though, for sure. That was the 4th bump. And I can see his weight coming in behind it. little bitty trout. You notice how I hadn't moved in a little while? Yeah. It's because I know they're right here. So once you get a couple of bumps or a couple of wakes coming behind the lure that you can see, then I'll fish this spot for 10-15 minutes, and then after like 15 minutes I'll go ahead and move on, because a lot of times the fish move on too. There we go. Come right up here to this little point and start casting along that shore. There might be some more right there. It was 2 fish on the spoon, so I'd like for you to try it, you know, and see if we can get you hooked up, man. You want to try it? Yeah. So you throw it out there, and right when it hits the water, start reeling it. Keep your rod tip kind of high, straight up in the air, and just reel it in steady and kind of fast.
That's it?
That's it, man. You can bump a spoon off the bottom and flutter it just like you did that soft plastic, and that works too sometimes, but those two came from just a steady retrieve. I'll give you this one so you can start fishing, and then I'll rig up another one. I got some more in there. But he was kind of close to that shore too. So I try, a lot of times I try to cast parallel with those shorelines. Okay. You know, whenever I'm trying to target up tight to the mangroves. With the tides real high, a lot of times they're real tight to the mangroves. He was a little bit short. He's probably about 19, but it's a start.
That's 2 fish on it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I had that little trout and then that little red, so. Just remember to keep your rod tip kind of straight up in the air whenever you're reeling it in, because if you put it straight down, the spoon will end up hitting the grass and catching the grass on the bottom.
So as soon as it hit, do I stop it from hitting, right?
You can, yeah. You can stop it right before it hits the water. Yeah, a little bit fat, yeah, about like that. And that's pretty much it. And if you feel a thump on a lure that you're swimming and, you know, reeling fast like that, you don't really have to do like I told you with the soft plastic. You know, reel down and then set on the soft plastic. On the spoon, or anything that you're reeling in steady, if you feel a bump, go ahead and set. If you get a little grass on it, I forgot to tell you this. Take the grass off, because they usually won't hit it with grass on it. Okay. But that little weed guard, that little metal weed guard, yeah, you can bend it up where it's just barely above that hook, because if it's below the hook, it won't be weedless as much. So he bumped it like 3 times before he ate it. He's gonna be close. Yeah, he's 21. So we're gonna fish all the way down that shoreline into that back cove. I've caught them in here before and in that back cove, so. You want to come out here? I've been getting a few bumps. Unless you're getting bumps over there still. So just go back around that way and then drift through right about where I am. Yeah, we're pushing some, yep, we're pushing redfish. Just get ahead of me a little bit and we'll drift that way. I pushed quite a few reds right in here, so. Usually my favorite area is that shoreline right over there. So, but since I'm starting to push some fish already, we'll start out here and work our way to that. Can you see the grass kind of sticking up?
Yeah.
On that shoreline, yeah. We'll kind of ease our way that way.
Is the current gonna take us that way? Or?
It should. We may have to pedal a little bit to get to it, you know. Yeah. You felt the good bump on it?
Yep.
Man, I had one do that a while ago, and I set because I thought for sure he ate it. He hit it even though that airboat come through. I had one bump it right as he was coming through too. Decent one. He didn't let that airboat bother him one bit, man. That's crazy. He gonna make slots too. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's about 21 and a half. Oh, look at all the spots he's got. Dang. Yeah, I'll keep using it. Because you had tried that soft plastic, and I tried a wake bait, and then I eventually tried the spoon, and that's what I caught the first couple, you know, that's what told me after 2 fish. I was like, well, that might be best to stick with that as long as we can. So you have to kind of try and see which ones they want to hit, which lures. Come out here where I'm at and start drifting. I'm getting hits on every cast. Yeah, I'm pulling up more grass right here too. When you get into an area like that, you may have to change the speed, you know, reel it a little bit faster, so you don't catch quite as much grass, and keep the rod tip high, you know. Yeah, one hit it? Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Good hook set too. We're probably gonna get rained on again.
I know, I see it.
We finally dried out from this morning.
I have no issue with this being our last drift, and we try to get in before the rain.
Okay. Well, if we want to beat the rain, we'd have to go now.
We can go now.
You ready?
I understand from your perspective, you want to, you know, get me on some fish, but man, I want to be honest, like just I've taken away way more than I could ask for. So in that sense, like,
yeah,
that I appreciate it.
Well, good, man. Yeah, I'm glad.
Knowledge that I've gotten from you, man.
All the
just
what?
Like retrieving the spoons and stuff like that, just the little stuff.
Yeah.
That, and you know, when we talked, that was a thing, like, that's helped out.
Okay.
Big time, dude.
Well, I'm glad to help out, man. I'm glad you learned a few things. And
I know some days, dude. You know what I mean. Some days, I bet it's on fire.
Yeah.
Some days, you know.
Yeah.
It's slow, but it's part of it.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm one of those that I completely understandable.
Yeah.
So
well, good.
It's been good.
Well, good deal,
this
man.
Trip, I'm telling you, just getting out of my house and from work, you understand. This is like solitude right here.
Yeah.
It's been good.
Yeah.
It's been great.
Well, good, man. I'm glad you enjoyed today, even though we got wet earlier.
All right, let's get out of here.
Okay, let's go, man.